I'm muted and I'm sitting here talking to myself. Okay, let's try this one more time. It's starting off awkward already. Hi. I'm kicking off.
I'm sitting here talking to myself. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm listening to myself on my channel. Okay. So if you did not read the title of this particular video or the description, this is my very, very first time going live from my YouTube channel. And I'm also broadcasting on Facebook for some of my friends and family who want to tune in and they're curious. So nothing too crazy. I'm just checking in to, hey Toya, what's up, girl? How you doing? I'm so happy to have you here. I'm just tuning in to give you guys a live view of what kind of goes on in my world when I get a new wig, when I get excited about something. And I just figured I would bring you along for a live experience. A lot of times, if you are subscribed to my channel, I will share wig reviews on there. I will show tutorials of how I dye my hair, how I style my hair with different looks. So a lot of you already know that I have a serious commitment issue when it comes to hairstyles. So for the last few weeks or month, I've been blonde, but tonight, I'm taking it back to the dark side. Yes, I'm going back to the dark side. So before I get into that, let me check in with you guys. Let me know how you doing. Please, if you are watching and you already are subscribed, just go up in the comment section and let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're watching. If this is your first time watching anything of mine, thank you for stopping by. Welcome. Grab a seat, grab a drink. I got mine on the set. And let me know where you are checking in from. So before I get into my live wig install for all of my wig lovers, I figured a lot of people ask me all the time, and not just on here, but people I know personally, what are your wig must-haves? What are my must-haves for wigs? Okay, so when I think of a must-have, I'm not thinking of the basics that you might see on YouTube that you probably already know to have. We're not talking about wig customization. We're talking about when you are in a rush and you don't have time for that full-on wig install, when you are out of town and you are not home with all of your tried and true hair products. So what are some of the things that I can use or I always use or make sure I always have on me to make sure that I always have something that's going to help me look good on the go. So I brought a few of those along. This one is right in front of me, so I'll just start off with that one because you're probably looking at me like, why this girl got a stocking cap on her head and they don't even match? Well, that's because I'm about to use it, which is why I have it on here on my laptop right now. This is my Kiss New York Cover and Care Cream Foundation in the color Rich Mahogany. Can you see that? There you go, Rich Mahogany. Now, this stuff is the truth, okay? This stuff is the absolute truth. Now, if you have, try to conceal your part with a little bit of concealer that's lighter than your complexion, if you try to color your lace, if you have a frontal or a closure and you're trying to give that scalp look with your frontal or your lace install, then we are always looking for different types of concealers and foundations and makeup to put on. This one is mine. So I'm just going to keep this close to me because that's going to be a part of tonight's wig install. So you'll see in a minute. But this, I guess you can count as number one. And if you're wondering why like my palm is red, I have a mosquito bite in the middle of my palm. Yeah. Summertime is on its way. That's what lets me know, because I don't know what it is about my skin or my blood, but mosquitoes love me. So if you're wondering while I'm displaying everything on here why my palm is so red, it's not just because I'm nervous, but because I'm juicy enough for a mosquito. So this next thing on my list of must-haves is something that finally came back to stores. So I have been having to use alternatives since 2020. And that is going to be 91% alcohol. Let me see if I can get this in the light. There we go. 91% alcohol. Now, if you've seen any of my YouTube videos, if you've seen any of my tutorials or anything like that, I represent for the oily, greasy girls. And I'm not necessarily oily and greasy all over my face or all over my skin, but just in the parts where I need things to stay not greasy or sweaty. So all along here, all along my hairline, I'm constantly, especially in the summer months, you know, trying to figure out, okay, not only how do I maintain my makeup, but also how do I maintain this wig in a way that is not going to embarrass me and slide clean off my head in the middle of the street at this music festival. So, you know, everybody was going crazy when Corona hit. Everybody wanted alcohol when they could not get hand sanitizer. So this was super duper hard to find, particularly 91% alcohol. But this stuff works miracles when it comes to prepping your skin for a wig install, whether it's for a gel install, like a glueless install, or you're going to be using adhesive. So this is a tried and true. While I could not use or find alcohol in the store, your girl had to go buy Sea Breeze. Now, I don't use Sea Breeze on my skin. I don't use it in my personal life, but I know it works wonders. So it definitely got me tight and right in the moments and the months and the year, really, at this point, that I could not get my hand on 91% alcohol. And keep in mind, I'm showing you my wig must-haves, but you're probably going to see them pop up on the screen again as I go through this wig install with you guys. I'm really, really excited to see this. All right, so you guys are very familiar with this one. I'm pretty sure. For folks who are not fans of glue, you guys probably are very familiar with this guy. And I thought I had it somewhere here, but I had the, oh, right here. So you guys are pretty familiar with this stuff right here. As you can see, me and this gel have been through many wars together, and we've won some and we've also lost some, because I told you I'm a sweaty girl. So this stuff is pretty good when it comes to giving you that temporary hold. A lot of times people who use this stuff will use it together. And I ain't gonna lie, it keeps you together. It keeps you together. Does it protect your hairline all the time? That's a different conversation. There's extreme amounts of alcohol in both of these products that if you're a fine-haired natural girl like me, is not always the best combination. But sit tight, sit tight. I got something for you. Sit tight, because the other must-have, which is really more of a must-have than what I just showed you, is my Bold Hold Liquid Gold. These lights, man, hold on. Can you see it? Let me see if I can fix it. All right, so it's only showing a little bit of the bottle, but Bold Hold Liquid Gold is magic, literally magic in a bottle. If you're somebody that prefers to use the Got to Be spray and the Got to Be gel and kind of make your own little paste because you don't know how to use glue, or you're not a fan of glue, this is the perfect thing for you. Anytime I see somebody purchase a bottle online, I message them like, you're gonna love this stuff. Ever since I started my YouTube channel, and I've been doing installs, I'm telling you, this thing here is a lifesaver. Not just because it's a great alternative to wig adhesive or wig glue for anybody who isn't quite comfortable with gluing something down or they have really sensitive skin, but because of how easy it is to remove. Bold Hold Liquid Gold holds like glue, straight up and down. Is pretty strong. I use it to lay my bald caps down when I don't feel like using Got to Be glue, and I actually prefer it to the Got to Be glue spray. This stuff works wonders. So you can lay your bald cap down with it. You can lay your wig with it. If you are an expert at laying baby hairs, you can use this for pretty much the entire wig install. So that's probably one of my favorite things. I will take this on the road with me more than I take out. Hi, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I will use this more than I use glue on the road. I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably use this more than glue on the road, only because depending on what type of trip I'm on, did I bring more than one wig? This comes off with just water. Just water. It's just water. Hey, it's just water. Yeah, so this comes off with just water. So if I was to install my wig with this right now tonight, you wouldn't believe that it comes off with just water because of just how strong the hold is. But that is definitely a must-have of mine. Another favorite from the Bold Hold line is the Skin Protect. So usually when I'm done putting a layer or just swiping my skin down with some skin cleanser or alcohol, I go ahead and spray at least 1 or 2 layers of the Skin Protect on my skin, because that's going to help me lay my wigs down just a little bit better. So that's pretty cool. And let's see what I have in here. All right, so if I'm on the road, I didn't bring all my styling tools. I didn't bring my flat iron, all my yang that I usually have at home to kind of put my hair together. And I just have a wig and maybe a blow dryer from the hotel, or I'm staying with somebody and they only have a flat iron. If you want to lay your wig down, you're probably going to need a wax stick. Now, they come in different brands, different types, different colors, but this is just what I had on hand from the beauty supply store. This is a Remy styling stick wax. And I'll be using it tonight in the install to just kind of display why it's so great to have. If you have a wig that you haven't had a chance to really style on the road or at the airport or wherever you're traveling to, if you don't have any heat tools to lay that wig down, water and wax will take you a very, very far away. A very, very, very far away. So I will be using this as well. I'm pretty much going to be using everything tonight. Oh, before I forget, and as you're coming in, just feel free to let me know where you're checking in from. I'm so happy to have you guys on here. Another thing on my list of wig must haves. My God. Now, I'm always talking about how I'm a card carrying member of Peanut Head Gang. As you can see, I'm not wearing my wig. I haven't styled anything yet, so you can kind of get a view for yourself. This thing here, this elastic band. Now, this is not the exact elastic band that I use for my wig installs. It's just the closest one that I had to grab onto. This thing, at first, when us girls were learning how to install wigs, and we still can use it, we were using just scarves to tie down the wig, especially after using the spray and the gel combo for glueless installs. But if you are on the go, whether you have glue on you or you just have gel or you have the Bold Hold liquid gold and you were trying to like lay that lace down, because of the stretchiness of this band, it goes right over it. And you'll see when I'm putting the wig on and you kind of tie it. Now, this is kind of long. I might have to cut this one. But every now and then, if I run out, I might go on Amazon or I'll run to the arts and crafts store. And this is just so, to me, this is so much more effective than tying your head with a scarf or, you know, tying it down with a headband. So I will be showing you how I use this must-have in my wig install tonight. So I have a couple other things in there, but I'll also be bringing them out. So I'll just talk to you about them as I bring them out. But in the meantime, I guess I should introduce myself. What's up? I am Simply T. This is my YouTube channel. Most of you know me as T. Some people call me T. A lot of people know me as Tasha. I am a scary movie loving wig enthusiast. Okay. This is my happy place, as I always call it. If I'm in a fun mood, I'm going to change my hair. If I'm in a sad mood, I'm going to change my hair. If it's a Saturday night and it's snowing or it's raining really hard outside and I don't really feel like being bothered, I'm going to pour a glass of wine, put a movie on, put some music on, and you guessed it, I'm going to change my hair. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, feel free to head over and let me put some of that information on the screen for you real quick. Okay. Just in case you don't know. I am on TikTok as Simply T66. I am on YouTube as Simply T. And of course, you can always connect with me on my Instagram at it's simply T underscore T, it's simply underscore T66. So the only place that I'm most active online, because believe it or not, I'm not a fan of social media. If you don't see me on my YouTube page, I'm usually on my Instagram page. So if you're looking for me, that's where you can find me. If you're looking for any other projects that I've worked on recently, if you're curious or interested in knowing what type of wigs I like to install, or any of my synthetic wig reviews, or if you have questions, please reach me on either my YouTube page or my Instagram page. I've got my email information on there, so please holla at me, talk to me, let me know what you need. So I'm just going to start getting into the wig install. And this is a real challenge because I try to multitask, but I'm not that good at it. So this is going to be a challenge. If you see me like kind of short circuiting because I can't get it together, that's why. But yeah, I haven't checked on my Facebook page. Hold on. Let me see what's going on there. I see a couple of you guys following in. Hey, y'all. See, I'm tripping. I ain't even checked my comments on here. Hi, everybody on Facebook. What's up? Hi, everybody on YouTube and everywhere else. So I am starting with my cream foundation. So this is the part where I try my best to blend in my foundation to kind of continue that bald cap effect. Now, for anybody wondering why I'm sitting here looking like a Martian with this stocking cap on my head and why I'm even adding foundation to it, bald caps are a way of applying lace wigs in a very in a way that will create the most realistic effect. You know, if it's green hair, if it's purple hair, if it's blue hair, if it's Rapunzel length, people will know like, all right, she's definitely wearing a wig. But at least, you know, I want it to look blendable. You know, I strive to give scalp each time I install a wig. Do I always succeed? I get close to it. Some wigs will lay down better than others, but really the most important part about playing around in wigs is having fun. I have people who I know in my personal life who will come to me like, yeah, that's really cute, but I ain't got time for all that. Cool. If you're subscribed to my channel, I have everything for you. If you're not a fan of laying wigs down, if you're not a fan of glue, I have videos for that. If you're a fan of glue like me because you're sweaty and oily, I got you. If you are just starting out and trying to save a coin, save money, I got you. I got something for my budget girls. And I also have something for my people who just can't stand lace at all. I've got a lot of different hairstyles that I've been sharing on Instagram a lot more than YouTube. And it's not because I don't love y'all on YouTube anymore. It's just that I'm lazy. I don't feel like editing. I don't know what it is. I'm just not in the mood to edit everything that I have saved up to share with you guys. But that does not mean that I do not have more goodies on the way for you guys coming to my channel. But right now I'm just kind of going through, and I'm so used to just like doing this by myself. So the fact that people are watching live, yeah, because I do this and then people watch it after I'm done. But knowing that somebody's like sitting right there looking at their screen right now is kind of like, oh, okay. Hopefully, you know how you do things worse when you know people are watching you do it, like parallel parking. Oh my God, we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. All right. So I just added or applied the cream foundation to my bald cap. Now I'm just kind of meticulous. Now I'm not going to go through and respray everything down, but I have this thing about seeing pieces of my stocking cap sticking up. And of course, this is one of my must-haves that I didn't even show you guys yet. This pair of, I think it's Conair shears, and I picked these up from Target for about $6. These things are the straight up truth. Everything from cutting my lace to cutting my stocking cap, layering my wigs, anything like that. These shears always come through. So I'm just going to go through with this. And the next step is going to be, I have to like remind myself because I'm doing it out loud. Like it's just kind of something I'm used to doing on my own. I'm going to grab some alcohol and prep my skin. And right after I'm done with that alcohol, now don't get me wrong, I'm not dousing it all over my skin, especially if you have sensitive skin. Like don't go crazy, but just enough to lift that oil and dirt off the front line of your skin. If you are natural like me, if you are natural underneath your wigs or any of the protective styles that you wear, most especially for the summertime coming up, you have to take care of the hair under here just as much as you do as the hair that you put on top of it. I kind of revealed that I recently went through another big chop phase and gave myself a smooth fade, a taper fade, and it's back in its growing stages. It looks so awkward, so I'm not gonna reveal what it looks like until it looks like something again. But I'm cleaning around my skin, just cleaning around the areas that I know that I'm probably going to put some wig adhesive down. All right, and before we get into the wig install itself, let me see if I can share some of these comments on here with you guys. Couch Mom Club, thank you so much. Let me see. Thank you. I'm really excited to have you watch along. So thank you so much for coming on here. Toya, hey, what's up, Toya? Hey, thanks for tuning in. Evening, what's up, girl? How are you? Thank you so much. Thank you. This was like a little rush job, but I appreciate it. You know what I noticed? When I'm not trying to do a good job on my eyeshadow, that's when it comes out better. But when I'm sitting here trying to make like an actual like eyeshadow look video for my YouTube channel or something like that, or TikTok, that's when it's a struggle and a half. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. And thanks again for tuning in. So now that I'm done with the alcohol, I'm going to get started on my skin prep with the Skin Protect. Now, what the Skin Protect does, and there's different types of this. I just enjoy using this brand, Skin Protect or Skin Protectant. What it does is just goes in and make sure that your skin is free of any oils or debris that might keep your method of adhering your wig down from sticking all the way. Now notice on this side, I'm not really feeling how close to my my what you call that this side of the stocking cap is on. So I'm going to cut this. Literally every time you go to lay something down, whether it's hair or makeup, it's all hit or miss, man. It's all hit or miss. I'm not an expert. I'm not pro. My girlfriend and I spent last Saturday on FaceTime chatting with each other while she was calling me from her bathroom in the middle of laying her wig down. And we just went through each process. And every time we would get to a next step, I'd be like, cut more stocking off, cut more stocking off, cut more stock. So you'll see me, you know, from time to time, just going through and cutting more stocking off because I'm trying to imagine where I want my wig to stop. There's nothing more I hate than seeing like a wig like right here. if you got a big forehead, it's cool. We here represent. What's up? But at the same time, you can't just have it like sitting right here. Like if that's where you want your baby hairs to come down, that's on you. But I'm not trying to have like my hairline of my wig like right here. So I'm always very sensitive about where I put my ball cap because I don't want to lay my lace too far, too much further down from where the end of this is. So let me show off Miss Lady. Let me show off Miss Lady. She's looking a little tangled, tattered, and torn right now, but that's only because she's been through a journey and a half. This is the wig that I'm going to be installing with you guys tonight. Now, this is my Nadula wig. This is I just purchased her, and it's a 20-inch virgin lace wig, HD transparent lace. So as you can see, the lace is like, you know, pretty blendable, no tint to it. It's not light brown, it's not dark brown. It doesn't have that grayish tint. So it's safe to say this girl was a splurge. She was a splurge, but I will say, and I do want to emphasize because I think it's really cool, more and more wig hair companies are starting to offer sales through like quad pay, Sezzle, and all these other payment methods that are usually available on Boohoo, Fashion Nova, and any other clothing sites, which I use. So if you are like me and you are on a budget, but you also want some decent quality, okay, have no fear because they're letting us pay off our wigs in 4 installments or more nowadays. So I purchased this wig. I paid 1 installment, and then I think my other installment is due next week, and then it's like every other 2 weeks from there since I got it like 2 weeks ago this week. So if you are looking to purchase something really nice for yourself or your lady or your loved one, and you're not quite sure of how to like keep your budget together, you can definitely break your payments down into 4, which is what I did, which I think is pretty cool. But this is the wig I'll be installing. I haven't really styled it. I haven't done anything but bleach the knots on it and just pluck the frontal. I just like pluck the hairline a little bit. I didn't want to go too crazy because I'm weird. Like either I don't do enough or I do too much and I don't realize it until after the wig is already on my head. So I was like, okay, let me just wait until it's on my head. And if I have to do more plucking, so be it. But this is the girl that I will be installing tonight. It is a virgin wig. I was thinking about coloring it only because I've been blonde for so long and like everybody's used to seeing me with blonde hair now. But yeah, I don't know. I miss being on the dark side. I don't know what it is. So yes, thank you. Hold on, let me let y'all in. Hold on. Let me let y'all in. Wait. Hey sis. What's going on, girl? Thank you so much. Thank you. I did my best not to overpluck it, but I'm gonna try it on with you guys for the first time so we all have a live look at this hairline. Now I did overdo my knots a little bit, which is always cool. And I left it that way so I can show you guys how to kind of conceal that mistake if you ever make that mistake. So with the transparent lace, you don't always need to bleach your knots as much. And hold on. For people who are like, what are bleach knots? So let me just show you underneath the wig. I've got 2 combs right here. And I've got a comb right down here with some adjustable straps. If you do want to do like a updo, you know, if you want to do a high bun or a ponytail like that, you can definitely do that. I've seen people pluck this and bleach the knots back here. I just was lazy. But as time goes on, the fun thing about playing around with wigs is you don't have to leave it that way just because you bought it that way. There's always something new you can try. I've bought so many wigs that were like super duper long. And then I'm like, you know what? No, I want a bob now. So I'm going to change the length. So it happens all the time. So I just cut that lace in the back off. And we're just going to test this out. Ooh la la. I keep getting the middle part wrong. All right, so let me just test this out on here. Got my mirror right here. Put that on the list of must-haves also, a mirror. So what I've got here is, hey B, what's up? Thank you. Thanks for stopping in. I've got some mascara right here. And if I'm in a rush, there are ways to go through this with like dye and a spoolie brush, which is what I'm holding. Or if you're in a rush, you can grab whatever mascara you have on deck and just kind of go through and just cover that thing and just kind of comb through it. So I left it that way for a specific reason, just so I can show people how I cover up some of my mistakes on the go. So I'm just going through and brushing up some of those streaks to kind of conceal the bleach lace, all right, if it's too brassy or tinted. Okay, so this is usually when I start playing around with it, just start looking at it. So it isn't ear to ear. All right, so let me just tuck it here. I have a smaller head size, so every now and then I do kind of go ahead and try my best to, I have the most trouble sticking my wigs down here, usually because they're so much bigger. Even when I order a small cap wig, it still might come like a little yang yang. So it's a little maneuvering that I have to do every now and then. So hopefully I can take you along the journey for it. And I can't believe I didn't share this must-have with you, a rat tail comb. I know you're probably thinking like, duh, but no, it's such a multi-purpose tool. You can kind of comb your hair out with it. What I like to do is kind of brush my hairline back away from the lace as I'm preparing to stick it down. If you are not comfortable with just cutting your lace, or you don't want to kind of give yourself that moon shape that some ladies give themselves, you know, when you're out at the wedding, or like you see like the birthday party pictures and you just see like that big round. You see this? You know, sometimes when you're looking at some of your cookout pictures or like some of your family photos and you see this or whatever, you know, if you're not comfortable with your placement yet, you can always use white eyeshadow works, white eyeliner works, anything to kind of like mark your hairline and exactly where you intend for the hairline to be. So please have no fear. This is just something I like to do, and I'll show you in a minute what makes it 10 times easier for me. I have some clips here. So I put my skin prep on, I put my alcohol or whatever, and I found my first clip. I thought I had a whole bunch of them right here, right next to me. So I'm going to put this first clip back here just to hold the hair back, and then I'm going to reach over you to the other side to get the other clip. Give me 1 second. Okay. Got stuff falling in my lap and everything. Okay, so here's my second clip. This will do for now. All righty. So the one thing I did go ahead and do is use that Goody hair wax that I showed you earlier during my my show and tell. Hey, so thank you, Mel. Thank you so much. Thanks, girl. You know, I don't necessarily agree about it always being a hit, but I'm glad somebody thinks that. I really appreciate that. You know the hairline I'm talking about. You know the ones at the funeral repast where, you know, you be seeing the older women sitting down with the wig line right down. You know what I'm talking about, girl. That's why you laughing. You know exactly the hairline I'm talking about. Hey sis, this is my other favorite Tasha besides myself. She's tuning in. If you are coming in still, please feel free to let me know where you're checking in from, where you coming from, where you watching from, what you doing right now. It's in the evening where I am. I'm not sure what time it is where you're watching from. You might be going to work, coming from work, cooking, helping out with the kids, relaxing, whatever, but just check in and let me know where you're watching from. And I really do appreciate it. Thank you, girl. Thank you. You see me trying to multitask right now? You see me trying to like grab all over and talk and read and do hair at the same time? You didn't tell me it was going to be this tough, Tasha. You didn't warn me about this part. So I've pretty much decided that I want my hairline to just stay not too far from my actual hairline, which is where I put my stocking cap earlier. So this lace is actually pretty good. Looking on my screen here, and let me know if you can see it too. There's back in this direction. There's a line of demarcation right here. There's a line of demarcation because you can still, the lace is so thin that you can see my stocking cap right here. So what I'm going to do to camouflage that is I'm going to add just a touch of foundation to not just my stocking cap, which I already did, but I'm also going to put a little bit of this same foundation underneath my wig cap. All right. So in the meantime, while I am covering up my the bottom part of my cap, I'm still looking for suggestions on what my next color should be. I know you're thinking like, dang, Tasha, can you just stick to one color for like 2 months? I don't know. It's kind of addictive. It's like once you get started, you know, once you go blonde, then you want to go green, and then you want to go blue, and then you want to like, you know, go crazy. So I am open to suggestions for my next hair color. I might stick with the dark for a while. I might stick with like the black hair for a minute, or I might just kind of alternate between the black and the blonde, depending on how I feel. Like I said, it's all temperamental. But what I'm doing while I'm talking to you guys is kind of going underneath my bald cap, okay, and just covering anywhere that you might be able to see that line of demarcation from my stocking cap right here, because it's not completely seamless. So now that I put my foundation on the bottom of my wig cap, I'm going to throw it back on. And I have a complete taper in the back, so it's not holding on to anything. So we're going to see how this goes tonight. I ain't got no hair in the back. I cut everything off. So I'm going to line it up with that stocking cap and see how much further I want to bring it down. All right, so this is good enough. So I like that here. So what I do for myself, because I'm super duper clumsy, you ever have a bomb wig and it's nice quality hair, nice quality lace and all of that, and then you cut it the wrong way, you cut the wrong angle, you cut too much lace off, or you just mess it up. Yeah, I've had that happen to me way too many times for comfort. So what I like to do, just to make sure that I'm pacing myself and carefully installing my wig, is go section by section. Now, I don't want to cap myself up. I don't want to like brag or nothing like that, because this might be the one time that I try this method or this technique and it just totally like backfires on me while everybody is like watching me online. So what I'm going to do is cut my first section here. Now, I don't want to go too far into the lace, but as you can see, I've created my first flap. Okay, I've created my first flap. Wait a minute, Tasha, why are you driving and girl? Get off the phone or just put it on the dashboard. Don't don't drive and comment. I don't endorse that. Thank you, sis. What's up, DC? I owe you guys a visit very soon. You know what? Once you step out of your comfort zone, girl, it's no turning back. I'll tell you straight up, it's literally no turning back once you step out of your comfort zone. I felt that way about blonde hair, and I still do. I still do. I still do. But you know what? I feel like even when it's not a color or a style of wig or hair that I fully identify with, um, then, you know, I still enjoy it because I gave myself a chance to try something new. So when it comes to stepping out of your comfort zone, it's okay to take baby steps out of the cave just little by little. First, I started with dark color wigs, then I started with, you know, brown, and then highlights, and then blended, and then honey brown, and all of that. Now, bring it on. I'm ready for any color. Not because I feel like I'm going to look good, but because I'm having fun trying it. So if you do want to step out your comfort zone and you need some push out of your comfort zone, let me know. I'm good at pushing people out of their comfort zone. Let me know if you need any color or styling consulting, because I'm always prescribing different hair colors to people like every day. Like, you know what? You should try purple. You know what? You should try red. So let me know, boo. So I've got my first section right here. And just because I don't want to go too crazy, I'm just going to cut my middle section up into this point. So now I have one flap, two flap. Now, really, if I wanted, I could break this down a little bit further. What I will do towards the end, when the glue is already on, I'll go ahead and glue it down like right here. Because I told you guys, that's the place where I have like the hardest time putting it together. All right. So let's get into the glue. Now, I told you I'm lazy. And you know I like convenience. So what I like to do is just use what's in front of me. So yes, I have my old packaging from the ball cap or the wig cap that I created. And I'm just going to splash a little dot of hair glue on top of it because I don't want to have to keep putting the bottle of glue up to my head. Yeah, okay. Now you wouldn't work now that you know everybody's watching me. Good job. Hold on, y'all. All right. Here we go. I'm not farting, I promise. That's the glue, y'all. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it sounds so bad. All right, so I've got my glue. I can't even see my my usual tool that I use to spread it down or lay it down. So I'm going to use my rat tail comb and just try to lay the glue as flat as possible. Hold on. Oh, Facebook is jumping. Hey, what's up? All right, so let me keep this open so I can see what's going on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. All right, so I'm ready to lay down my first layer. Now, if you're nervous about your skin being sensitive or whatever else, it's okay to take a little bit and just test it on your wrist a little bit. If that's what you really want to do, just to be on the safe side. I'm going to take this one and I want to lay the center down first. Now, I didn't cut it evenly, so I'm going to go back and do that. And let me just make sure the wig is lined up properly before I lay anything down. All right, so my flap on this side is shorter than this side. Okay, there we go. Looking in the mirror and talking at the same time and reading. Wish me luck. All right, so I want to lay the center down first. Now my stocking cap is still all the way up here. And I want to lay my wig not too far down from where I've put the stocking cap. So I'm going to take my first little dab on my ring light. Wow. My rat tail comb. And I'm going to rub some of the excess off because I really am trying to be as delicate as possible because I'm not using my regular flat tool. that kind of spreads it down like a butter knife. If you have a butter knife though, use it. Use it. Not like an actual like silverware butter knife, like a plastic butter knife though. So what I'm doing before I concern myself about laying the wig down, if you still have a few stragglers or still have a few pieces of stocking cap sticking up, here's your opportunity to lay them down, because that first layer is really going to be that foundation of your install and how long it lasts on your head. So what I'm going through right now and doing is just laying this all over my stocking cap, kind of creating a barrier where I can hold this up. There's still some parts sticking up on this portion of my stocking cap, and I want to lay it down. So I went through with my Skin Protect and some alcohol. So as you can see, I'm trying to go as thin as possible. The general rule of thumb for hair glue is there's a mosquito in the room and it's trying to drink my wine. I'm sorry. This mosquito's been bothering me the whole time. So the general rule of thumb is to lay down a flat layer of wig glue, and it's going to go on white. It usually goes on pretty light. And what you want to do before you apply the second or the next layer of glue is wait until the first layer turns clear. Okay. So as I'm talking to you, I'm trying to lay down my first section. And I'm just going to let it stay here, because the drier it gets, the more all of this right here is going to disappear. So you see, Sal, I did put a really thin layer on, so some of it is clearing up a lot faster than other parts. And I got some of it on the bottom of the lace, which is fine. But as you can see right here in the center of my forehead right here, I need all of this to clear up before I can go to the next layer. Now, just for the sake of showing you guys how I usually do this, I'll go ahead and just use 2 layers tonight. I'm not going to go too crazy because I don't know how long I want to keep this wig in. But that is my first layer, just kind of melting in as I sit here and talk to you guys. Let me check in and see what's going on. Eyebrows on fleek. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sammy. Yes, Sammy in the house. Thank you so much for stopping in. Hey, everybody. Hey. Wine. Cheers. All right. Everybody saying hello to everyone. All right. So I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm ready for my second layer. Okay. Lay this down. And notice I'm starting from behind the stocking cap. I'm not starting right here because I don't want all my glue to be concentrated in this forehead area. I want the wig to lay down on my hairline in a safe way, of course. And I don't just rip my wigs off. I use like, glue remover or whatever. So none of that's going on. But I'm starting for a few centimeters away from the back of that hairline so I can get a flatter install. All right, so this is my second layer. I'm going to let this dry. Now don't get it twisted. You still have to do some maneuvering from time to time. So just because I put these 2 layers of glue on my first section of where I want to lay my lace down on my forehead, that doesn't always mean that when I'm ready to cut the lace that there won't be any parts of lace sticking up. There are always sections that you might miss. There are always spots that you might not remember to cover up, which is cool because in my opinion, I like to start off with not enough rather than too much. So what I'm doing right now is just laying my foundation for this section. And when I finally cut the lace off of this wig, you'll see me kind of go through every now and then in little spots that I miss here and there and just lay it down a little bit more. Okay. So I think I'm ready to take my hair clip out. There's still a few more white parts that I'm waiting to see. You got the hair sticking to it already. I have a few spots that I'm waiting to clear up as we speak. And let me just check in on y'all and see what y'all doing. Oh God, why is my voice so deep? Ugh. Hey, Miami. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, Bindu, Momo, Winter, Vanessa, B? What's going on, y'all? Somebody said deep burgundy for the next color. You know what? That actually sounds pretty cool. I was thinking about doing a deep burgundy, like nothing too like purplish or whatever, but you know what? I definitely think I like that color as well. So this spot is clear, so we can finally lay it down. So ignore the middle part being a side part now, because obviously I was doing on my wig head. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Okay. One thing at a time. So I'm ready to lay down. And right now you just see me looking in the mirror and lining up my hairline to that stocking cap. You know what? I bought this wig. They didn't send it to me. I bought it with my own coin. Okay. I told you that. But I will say, I'm not lying when I say that I'm in love with this lace. I am not lying when I say that I love this lace. Faith, you doing purple? I might just join you. I might be right behind you. I'm waiting for you to do it first. Faith, you go purple first, and then I'll jump right behind you. All right. So as you can see, I just want to kind of do a close up of this lace right here. So this is the part that I didn't put foundation on, but it's actually pretty thin. Like it's really, really flat. So I'm going to lay this down right here. And hey, I'm using I usually use two different glues. I usually use, it all depends on what I have on deck. But right now I still have a little bit of Ericka J glue left over. So that is the glue that I'm using right now. And it's actually pretty good. Every now and then, because of my skin type, I might have to go in with another extra layer of this one. But just for the sake of today's video, I'll just be doing 2 layers of this particular wig. But if you want, I can go ahead and leave the link to where I bought this from in the bottom in the description box below once this is done. And for my folks in the future who are watching this later on tonight, tomorrow, whatever, if you are catching up with this live video after we've gone off live, please feel free to check in anyway and comment #replay in my comment section, whether you're watching from Facebook or you're watching from YouTube. So let's see, I'm pressing this in before I move on to the next section. No, this unit, sis, this unit is a virgin HD lace wig. I bought it from Nadula Hair a couple days ago, and I was like, let me just do it on live. Let me just share it with you guys. So no, this unit is not synthetic. This was a splurge purchase. This was a splurge. Shh, don't tell nobody, you know. But yeah, I went out and did something nice for myself. And no problem, I will have the link to where I purchased this from right underneath in the description box below as soon as I get off this live. I'll have that for you, sis. And let's see. Ain't it? Tell me about it. I love the texture of it so far. I don't want to praise it too hard only because this is my first impression, but so far so good, man. The lace itself is what sold me. Now I don't know about the hair. I haven't really manipulated it too much. I haven't really done too much to the hair itself. What I'm curious to see when I'm done with this install is how it curls, because you know sometimes you buy like really nice human wigs and you buy it straight, but then that's the only style that it lets you like wear it in. Sometimes like you buy a curly wig and you try to straighten it and it doesn't really look that good when you try to straighten it. So some wigs are a lot more versatile than others, and that goes for synthetic wigs and human hair wigs. So I hold them to the same standard when it comes to versatility. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm gonna do a little, if I have time, I'm gonna do a little curl test when this wig is fully installed. So as you can see, I told y'all my problem area is the side tabs. So I try to focus more on the side tabs a lot. This baby is resting. And let me check in here. Hey, Aunt Jackie. Faith, is it expensive? Yes. That's why I call it a splurge purchase. But if you weren't watching before, or you're just tuning in, I did mention at the top of the live that this particular wig, the website that I bought it from, they do now, and a lot of other wig companies are now using QuadPay, Sezzle, and all these other companies that allow you to pay in installments for hair. So if you're on a budget like me, if you like to save a good coin, but you also want to do something nice for yourself and you don't mind putting something down and then every other 2 weeks or every other week or so come out, then this is the way to go. So it's kind of like, I guess, like a credit card. This damn mosquito is trying to steal my spotlight and I don't like it. It can't drink my wine, so it wants to be a part of my life, but it's cool. We gonna go past it. We're going to go past this. All right. So my first layer on my side cleared up pretty quickly. Now, look, if you want to know another way to figure out how to know that your glue is ready to go and you're like, it's clear, but I'm not too sure. You can take the end of your fingertip or you can take your comb. If it starts feeling tacky, then it's more than likely ready to go. So just for my own sake, I'm going to add another layer. Now, what I like to do for my ear tabs, and I'm running out of glue on my little piece of paper, I'm gonna have to squirt some more. I like to go in the formation of the ear tab itself that I made on the ball cap wig, only because that is where I'm going to be laying the lace down. And listen, it's hot outside. I don't know where you live, but it's been a little spicy outside these last few days. And it gets kind of sweaty sometimes. So I'm not trying to be caught out looking crazy and just having like a little Jerry curl action going on where my wig is trying to escape the side of my head. So I do try to lay it down right here, kind of in the same shape and size as my ear tabs. Every now and then I'll bring it down a little bit further. I don't usually use my fingertips, but I'm just work with me here. Work with me. All right. So I'm going to wait until this clears up a little bit more on this side before I lay it down. And then finally we'll get started on this side. Okay, let's see what's going on in here. Hi, Marquita. Thank you so much for dropping in. Good to see you in here. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hopefully you're not driving like Tasha, because yeah. Tasha told me she was driving. Ooh, did I say that out loud? Tasha said she was driving. So hopefully you're not in traffic. I'm going to do human hair now. Synthetic is almost as expensive as the human hair nowadays. Truth be told. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I get why they're charging the extra, like for like the lace and stuff like that. And then I know sometimes like they might charge extra for like the style that they added to it, or like the color. Like they might charge more if it's not a black wig. But nah, yo, I feel you on that. And I'm a human hair fan, but just for like the sake of like versatility, I've started like wearing synthetic wigs ever since I started my channel. But if you ask me, I will buy one human hair wig and wear it for as long as I can. So like everybody's like, oh, you always change up your hairstyles. Like, not really, only because you see my channel. I like to keep it nice and simple. Let's see. Beautiful make. Thank you, Marquita. Thank you so much. Hey, sis. Hey. What is the inspiration behind that makeup? I don't know. You know what? I was just in a green mood. Do I have the palette around here? Yeah, I do. So this is the palette I used. I like to just keep everything in arm's reach. But y'all know how I feel about Juvia's Place. I use the Tribe. Tonight I use the Tribe by Juvia's Place. And I use primarily these 3 colors right here. I used this one, and did I use this one? No, actually I used this one right here at the top of the brow, this one in the middle for a little transition, this in my crease just a little bit, because y'all know I'm still like getting used to makeup, you know. And then I wanted like a nice emerald green at the bottom, so I did the emerald green at the bottom on my lid, and then I covered it up with this gold shimmer here. And I ain't gonna lie, before I got on live I hated my makeup, so the fact that you guys are juicing me up like this, thank you. Thank you for juicing me up, because I did not like my makeup. Hey, that's even worse. That's even worse. Now, what if you get caught on the clock watching wig installs? It's okay. I won't tell nobody if you don't tell nobody. That's fine. Yup, synthetic wigs are like getting super duper expensive. Yeah, the textures are getting more diverse. I guess like that's the point, or I guess that's why they're making it more expensive. But come on, all I'm saying is if you're gonna charge me as much as I pay for a human hair wig, I need to make sure that my synthetic wig is going to last me at least 5 wears without getting kinky, without tangling up, without losing its luster. That's all I'm saying, you know? Shh. I ain't snitching. I'm not snitching, Tasha. I promise. Juvia's Place is perfect because for people who don't know what they're doing, it makes us look like experts, man. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing when I do my eyeshadow, but I tell you what, if you have used some Juvia's Place, girl, and I think I have almost all of them now, almost all of them, but I just love how pigmented they are. When you have something that's geared for brown or more melanated skin tones, even when the person is not an expert, having something that's very pigmented and shows up well on darker skin will make you feel like you know what you're doing. Because it's one thing to not know what you're doing with eyeshadow and go to a drugstore and pick a product that is not made for anyone beyond a certain complexion. And it's a totally different thing to find something that is going to bring out your complexion and actually show up on it instead of just looking like some silver shimmer. But that's another rant for another time, girl. Yeah, me too. I had to put myself on hold. Like I had to chill a little bit with the Juvia's Place purchases because I was going a little crazy. I was going a little crazy. Yeah, I love them. They're perfect. So all right. So I think we're clear on this side. So we can move on. So somebody suggested what? Burgundy. Somebody suggested burgundy. Somebody said purple, deep burgundy. All right. Give me some more colors, y'all. Because y'all know I'm going to wear this for like a few days and then I'm going to start looking for other colors. Now, if you notice, what I like to do is take like the front side of my comb, especially for my side tabs when I'm putting in a wig, is to press it in. I'm pressing in that adhesive that I laid down on my skin with the teeth of the comb. Only because even though I put 2 layers down, I still have to press it into my skin. Right now, if I was like, oh shoot, I changed my mind, I don't want to wear this wig, I can easily pull this off right now. Because I haven't really like pressed it into my skin yet. But what I like to do to make sure that I help it adhere to my skin a little bit more is I press it through and I press it down. So let's get ready to do the last side and then we get into the good stuff. So my last tab is my biggest tab, and I don't know why I cut it this big. I could have made another section with it, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the nerves. And if you hear farting sounds, I promise it's not me, it's the glue. I'm trying to squeeze out more here. Hear that? All right. Okay. It's a little thirsty. Little sip. Okay, so I'm just going through right here on this side. And I'm not giving you the side eye, I promise. I'm looking in my mirror while I talk to you. And every now and then, if I still have a little bit of this lace sticking up from the first section that I tried to lay down, I'll just kind of like push my rat tail comb into this side and just lay down a little peak of glue there. Like I told you, the rat tail comb is really a multi-purpose tool. It really, truly is. So I'm just going to put this down here because every time I try to put a ponytail on, I want to be able to do a half up, half down style or an updo without worrying about like me having like little wings coming out at the sides, like little flaps right here. I hate that. So I always, you know, try to pay close attention, even if I'm not putting crazy layers of glue or adhesive or gel or whatever it is I'm using on underneath my wigs, whatever it is that I'm using to lay my frontals down. I try to be very strategic in where I lay it because I know that once I cut that lace, it'll be tougher to do. Now, some people do prefer to take off all the lace before they put the wig on. I keep it on as a guide. My favorite time to install a wig is when I haven't cut the lace yet, only because you might think it's easier once it's cut to your hairline, but your stocking cap is not always going to be in the same exact location. You know what I mean? So that's just me though. I'm just fanning it a little bit to kind of help it along. But I'm already starting to like this a little bit. I'm already starting to like this. Please let me know if you want me to leave the link for this hair in the description box as well. I haven't curled it yet, so my first impression or my review of this wig is not quite complete. But so far, I'm feeling it. All I did was bleach the knots. And then after I bleaching the knots is when you have a wig that comes out of the package, because I have to break everything down just in case. When you take a wig straight out of the pack and you have little black dots underneath the cap of the wig because of where they stuck the hair in when they were creating the wig, and you take hair bleach and you just kind of go through there and lighten the knots, the bottom of the hair follicles that were created just to create a more realistic look. So all I did was bleach the knots and thank you. All I did was bleach the knots and just take my hot comb and just kind of like go through it. I'm not a baby hair expert. I would love to learn. I will eventually get there. But what I love more than anything is a simple, natural brush back look. Whether it's with straight hair or with curly wigs, I love a nice little comb back look. So that's just my personal preference. Now let's check on this side. It's clear. It kind of works like magic. Like 1 minute is white, 1 minute is clear. So that means it's time for me to go in with my second layer right there. All righty. And you want to make your layers as flat as you possibly can. I see some people use like the cake batter spatulas. I see people use plastic butter knives. Look, whatever it takes, man, to get you the flattest possible install, go ahead and just put it down. Lay it down. So this is layer number 2 that I just went in with, and it's still white. Mind you, I can't leave a wig on this for my life, because like it's right close to my ear. And sometimes in the summertime, like if it gets too hot, we're wearing masks now, or you got your shades on, there's a lot of moisture collecting right here. So I just try to pay extra or special attention to that. And just so I'm not missing anybody on this side. Thanks, Ness. I definitely will. So just go ahead and let me know, guys, whatever links you want me to leave down. I will leave the link for the hair that I purchased in the description box. I will leave links for the glue that I used tonight, and anything else. Just go ahead and leave it in the comments below, and I got you. I got you covered. We're almost done with this side. I'm just waiting for it to clear up a little bit. Me too. Me too. So this is what helps with me, right? I'm getting there. And like I said before, I would rather have not enough than too much, because with not enough, you can always go back and add. So whether it's bleaching the knots underneath the cap of your wig, or it's you trying to change the color of your hair and the developer or the bleach that you use didn't lighten it enough, or you're trying to bleach blonde hair, dye blonde hair, blonde weave, I would rather start with not enough than too much. So what helps me with the bleaching method, and let me know if you want me to post a video for this, what I went out and did, I went to Walmart and got like the cake spatulas, like the little silicone spatulas or whatever, and I mixed my bleach into a very thick pancake batter consistency. Now, what I've seen some people do just to avoid like common mistakes, like bleaching through the lace and over bleaching the hair and having the bleach come through like the lace right here, is they'll wet the hair, or they'll spritz it and comb it back and they'll pin it. I left this bleach on for I think I left this bleach on for like 35-45 minutes. Now, usually if I'm a little nervous and I'm not too sure, I'll leave it on for like 25 minutes, and then I'll check underneath the lace to see if the knots have lightened up or anything like that. If it's not lightened up, then I'll cover it back and I'll let it process. So if you want to see how I usually get away with not damaging my wigs completely when I try to bleach the knots, go ahead, let me know, girl. We'll learn together. We'll figure this out together, you and me. So I'm just waiting for this middle part to clear up a little bit before I move on to my next step, and then we'll be good. So I guess while I'm waiting for that, I can grab, what brush do I want to use today? No, I guess I can just use this one. So one thing that you'll notice me do in some of my hair install videos, if you're subscribed to my channel, is you'll see me put foundation not only on the bottom of the cap, but you'll also see me apply it to the top of the hairline, because even though this is a transparent lace, I'm a very brown girl. Okay, my skin tone is not this. It still has that little ash overcast. It still has that little, light overcast, aside from the parts that I went ahead and colored. So what I like to do is brush a little bit of that foundation into my hairline. Sometimes I'll dab it in, sometimes I'll pat it in, depending on what I want, because I don't want it to look too crazy. And I also don't want the makeup to mess with the effectiveness of the glue that I'm using. But what I'm doing in some of the sections that I've already laid down with glue is just going through and brushing through it with that same foundation. I like this lace, man. I do. I actually do. Okay. Guess that was pretty thick of a layer that I put on because it's still white, but we'll wait. And then I'm going to show you my ultimate favorite part of using a rat tail comb. Now, not just for the obvious reasons, but I'll show you in a minute. I just want to clean it off a little bit because I don't like using my rat tail comb to apply glue for this exact reason. And I'll show you in a minute. I'm just cleaning it off with some alcohol. All right, so we're going to lay this down. And I'm going to continue to press like I did with all the other sections that I created. I'm going to continue to press my hairline into the skin. All right. I'm going to continue to press my hairline into the skin. And the thinner the lace, the easier it is to lay down. No lie. Whether it's with synthetic wigs or anything else, it's just always that much easier to lay down. Okay. So what I'm going to do from here is start sectioning off little strands of hair. Now it looks crazy, but follow me, okay? It looks a little crazy. Now, they did come with a few baby hairs, but it wasn't like too crazy. And this is what I showed my girlfriend how to do on FaceTime last weekend too. So if you want to use this technique or if you want to like try it out, please go ahead. People use it. It's a really popular technique. And if you are Team Peanut Head, if you are Peanut Head Gang affiliated, for us small head, big forehead girls, this is it. So the objective is to take some strands of hair from the front of the hairline. And what you'll see me start to do, now some girls who don't like glue, what they'll do at this part is they'll take their got to be move mosquito if I spray you, and then they're gonna catch me for animal cruelty. Okay. So what some people might do with this part if they don't like glue is they'll take a little bit of the spritz. See this little alleyway that I created here? I just couldn't find a better way to describe it. But this little alleyway, if you are a glueless wig girl, this is where you would kind of right in this space right here. So I am not using that technique tonight, but that's also one of the things that some people might do to kind of hold it down a little bit. Now that I have all of my sections separated, this is where another one of my favorite must-haves come in. So I showed you my elastic band earlier, and this is why I prefer elastic bands to scarves. It's stretchy, it's durable, and even though it's super long, because this is not one that I use regularly, I can keep pulling it and not feel constricted at all. So right now, this elastic band is laying directly on top of where sorry, let me uncover my face. This is laying directly on that little space that you saw me create, that little gap between the hair that I separated, because right underneath that is where I laid my stocking cap, and right underneath that or on top of that is where I laid my hairline of the wig. Okay. So for those of you who kind of try to figure out how I lay it down, or I try to create the illusion of me having a scalp on my wigs, this is a big step, which is why I said, even if you're on the go, if you don't have time for all the yang yang and all of this extra stuff, literally just tying a wig down and just letting it lay in place sometimes will be all it takes, honestly. Now, usually this is the part where I kind of sorry, I'm scratching a mosquito bite. I'm sorry. They got me this weekend, y'all. They got me. This is usually the part where I would blow dry it Excuse the noise. I'm not going to do too much, I promise. And what that does sometimes is it just helps it to like, it helps it to kind of like melt the glue in basically into your skin. So that's usually what I do, and I do it for longer periods of time while I'm sitting here watching Netflix. But I'm talking to y'all tonight. What we talking about? Yup, Team Peanut Head represent. Woo woo woo. I know I'm a mess. Just go with it. Just go with it. So I have my help me out. I wasn't quite sold on what I should do. Should I do a side part or a middle part? Because I like this hair. I haven't had a middle part in a really long time. Do you guys think I should do a side part or a middle part? Comment below and let me know what you think before I try the curling style and I cut the lace. So I'm going to keep the elastic here just for a few seconds longer, just to make sure that I've pressed it in just a little bit more. But go ahead and let me know what parting you think I should give this wig. And you know I always have a habit of naming my wigs, so I'm going to need your help naming this wig as well. So here we go. Whoop. Look at that. Look at that. My. Is that a scalp? Is that a scalp? All right, so we are going to move on to cutting the lace. This is my, I was going to say it's my least favorite part. I don't know yet, but I'm not a fan of cutting the lace, only because it's a lot of pressure, whether somebody's watching me or not. So I'm just going to brush all this back, comb all this back. Okay, so I have one vote for a side part. And I know that's like my instinctive side. I always go with a side part. So I was thinking about just sticking with a side part. Okay, I got another vote for a middle part. Let me see. All right, so somebody said middle part. All right. This is the moment of truth. Wish me luck. Because literally, like how you cut the lace on the wig when you first get it or first put it on sometimes determines your journey with that wig from then on. So all right, let's get the shears out. Now, some people do use the eyebrow razors. I'm not swift enough for that. I'm not quick enough for that. I have tried to use the eyebrow razor before in the zigzag motion. It works for some sections, but certain sections I just need a little more control of the cutting tool that I'm using on my lace. So it's just a personal preference. I've even gone out to the arts and crafts stores. So if you're learning how to cut lace and you're trying to learn how to cut in a jagged motion and you don't want to do too much with a straight pair of shears or scissors, go to an arts and crafts store, go to the arts and crafts section of a retail store like Walmart, where they have like art supplies for kids, and literally buy a pair of zigzag shears, the ones that they use on construction paper. That works just fine too. So, you know, anything that helps get it together. My sis Jay just stopped in. Hey boo. What's up, Jay? All right, so let's get into this section here. All right. Now, one thing I will say that I've noticed about HD lace, it wrinkles very easily, and that's my biggest complaint about HD lace. Because it's so thin, it will wrinkle on you, and you'll start out your day feeling like you looking like a something, looking like a snack, and then you walk outside and you spend all day in the sun and the heat, and you talking to people and you all in people's face, and you're like, oh, excuse me, I'm just gonna go to the restroom, and you like a snack wrapper. Because through all the heat and the humidity, sometimes depending on your head shape, and your head size, the lace will wrinkle on you. Don't get caught up like me. Don't let that happen to you out and about while you think you're looking like something and you looking like something. So that's why it's so important. I usually keep some of this around in my purse. If I can't carry this, I will just tie my hair down with a scarf. But really, Peanut Head Gang, wigs don't always lay down for us. And people think because we have the smaller head sizes that things just work very easily for us. But we know the struggle. We know that's not true. So like I was telling you before, when you cut your lace off, like you see me doing right now, so that's the first section, your lace can lift up again. So just because I use those 2 layers of lace, that part that I just cut off is standing up on top of my forehead, which is fine because, like I said, I rather start with not enough just so I can go back in and add a little extra if I have to. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do this for every section, is I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to take little pieces of little drops of glue and the tail of my rat tail comb. And I'm just going to hold my hairline back like this and just go in. Little by little. You don't have to redo the entire hairline. Just focus on the parts that are sticking up. Just focus on the parts that are sticking up. And just be delicate with it. All right. Because you don't want the glue to come like all the way down here. Some glue is so hard to clean off your skin. Like it will, I've tried glues that like really hold your lace down, but sometimes if you're heavy-handed like me, it will go beyond that and be like all down here looking like Jerry curl juice dripping down the side of your neck. And I just don't want that for you. I care about you and I don't want you to have to go through that. So I struggle so you don't have to, you know. Hey Jay, I'm using Ericka J's glue. I'm using the Hold Me Down adhesive because that's what I have left. I actually need to purchase some more glue. I need to go hair shopping. Not hair shopping. God no. I need to go hair supply shopping later on. So for everybody that's coming in that didn't get a chance to see the beginning of the live, I showed some of my must-haves for wigs. And I'm kind of using them right now as I go through this install. But if you want to see me do an actual video, a recorded video with my wig must-haves, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. So what I'm doing right now is just waiting for this layer to dry up. Okay. Before I lay it back down. So sometimes I like to double up, especially on these parts, because it's the most important part to me. It is the most important part to me personally, only because I like long wig installs. I like to wear my wigs for days. I like to see how long they can last. And the first telltale sign of you needing an install ASAP or a redo or whatever, or a reinstall is this stuff right here. When this joint starts battling your makeup, your sweat, the debris, and the dried up glue, and you know, you're not sleeping with your hair covered or you're not laying down with a scarf over your hairline, that is the first thing to go. So if you're going to somebody and paying for it and you're not taking care of it when you get home, you're going to be very, very, very frustrated. Very frustrated. So I'm pretty clear on this side. So I'm going to take my rat tail comb and start pressing it down right here. All right, so this one is not quite dry yet, so I'm going to leave that up and just move on to my next part. Now, when it comes to this side, I told you I would wait until we got to this point to show you what I do, only because even though I cut this whole section together as one, for the ear tabs, I'm still learning. So with this part, I'm going to, did you see that little slit that I made right here? I'm going to cut that separately. So I feel a lot more confident cutting my ear tabs off when the wig is already laid down because it gives me a point of reference on where to cut. Now, thankfully, it wasn't one of those frontals where it like goes all the way back here and you gotta sacrifice your hair and cut all into it and all of that. It wasn't that bad on this particular frontal. So I just cut that side off and I'm good right here. So that gives me a chance to now go in and do this without messing this up. I wanted to say chocolate, but I forgot I was on YouTube. I can't say what. I can say chocolate. To mess up. So I'm just gonna. So I'm going in a jagged motion. And you're gonna lose some hairs. Don't panic. You're gonna see a little bit of that hairline go away with the lace that you're cutting off. But as long as it's not like a big chunk, you know. Faith, I almost forgot where I was, girl. I almost switched over. They would have been like, what? Is that English? So boom. Ooh, I like this. Okay. All right. Yeah, I like this so far. So I'm obviously going to have to go and clean up this part right here. But if you're like a baby hair lover or anything like that, this would be your chance to start kind of like optimizing the space that you want to use right here. So this part of my center section is ready to be laid down now. And if you notice, I'm not just laying it down, but I'm also pulling at it and then laying it down. Only because I want it to be a tight hold. If I just lay it down, it could lift up at any given time. But the fact that I'm pulling on it, it creates like a tighter, more tug on where it's going to be laying at. And just to make sure, I'm just kind of going through and combing it back, pressing it into my skin. All right, all right. Now I'm ready for this side. Ooh. So I'm going to do, if you didn't get a chance to see what I did for this ear tab, now I'm going to put this over my ear just to see where the frontal or the ear-to-ear part of the lace is going to end. So what I'm going to do, let me try to do it on this camera here so you guys can get a better view, is I created a slit right underneath where the hair ends on this frontal. Now I left a little extra lace right here, but that's okay as long as I can go back and clean it up. I can always go back and cut it, okay? So I'm cutting right here. That's my excess part because I don't need it. But I can always go back and see this right here. See this little extra part right here. Depending on the wig that you're wearing or the wig that you purchase, it might cover the entire thing and you have to slice the whole part off. But what I'm doing right here is, well, let me know if you can see me. I'm going here and I'm cutting over that part in the shape of my ear in a downward motion. And that was how much hair I lost in the process because I didn't have to go all the way in the back. So as I cut my tabs, I press them even further into my skin just to kind of get a flatter look. So I start pulling my ear out from both sides. Okay. All right. So the only part that's left now is this part right here where I'm going to cut in a jagged motion. And I'm going to see if I have to apply any more glue because I put enough glue on both of the side tabs, maybe more so than the center because I know that's where I have to pay close attention to. So I might not necessarily have to put extra glue. Let's see. All right, so I'm cutting it in a jagged motion. Don't go crazy. Take your time. Wiggle your wrist. Literally, that's it. And voila. So where's my comb? Okay, right here. And let me go ahead and press that in. Now, I'm not too happy. I could leave it like this because you can't really see it. I can, So I'm just going to go through and kind of clip this little excess part right here. There is a little tiny, tiny, tiny piece that's hanging out right here. And I'm just going to snip it out. There we go. And thankfully, I don't have to do too much manipulation because the lace that I'm working with today is phenomenal. It's awesome. It's not always this carefree, trust me. But now we can kind of play around with it. But what I'm going to do is put my elastic band right back on because all the newer layers of glue that I put down, I want to lay them down too. So let me lay that down right here. All right, so curly or leave it straight? Curly or leave it straight? Let me know. Thanks, boo. Thank you, Jay. All right, so y'all see this right here? Y'all see this right here? So this is some of the lace standing up. This is some of the lace standing up. So that's why I like going back. It's a little meticulous. It's tedious. I understand. Sometimes we ain't got all that type of time. But if you do have that type of time, or you're like me and you're just heavily into details about what your wig looks like, you're going to go through and drop a little bit more. A little bit more. Right underneath that lace right there. All right. Now I'm gonna let it stay standing only because I want to wait for that glue to dry up. But let me clean off my my rat tail and do my part. Now, usually this is if I want to go for like a natural install, I will leave my hair like this. Oh dang, it's on both sides. Let me use one of my hair clips on this side. I didn't notice it standing up on the side. And I don't know if I feel like going too crazy with the curls, but I am curious to see how this hair holds up. Now it's virgin hair, and I don't usually like purchase virgin hair because I can't afford it. But we'll see what happens. So I'm getting team curls and team bone straight are tuning in. So let's see. Middle parted in the middle. Hola. This is cute. I like it. I mean, I haven't worn dark hair in a very, very long time, but I feel like I'm being welcomed back home while I'm wearing this. So I will just experiment with my curling wand on just a few strands of hair just to see how it is. I think it looks straight enough on its own, to be honest. And I don't want to like style my hair and then like just chill with it on. So I'm going to try the curls. This is my curling wand, the plugged in curling wand that I've used forever. And I got to turn it on. It goes up to 400 degrees. And I got it from Sally's Beauty Supply. And I have the big one, I have the small one. Now I have seen some other curling wands on Instagram and other YouTube videos, and I'm like, ooh, let me get my wallet. But this one, I'm telling you, if you want like a sophisticated, glamorous look and you don't have a lot of time on your hands, I'm not too crafty with a regular curling iron in my hands. But a curling wand, all I gotta do is just wrap the hair around it. Say less. Say no more. All right, so I'm just putting those last 2 tabs down. Yeah, I like the way it looks straight, but you know what? I am curious, so I am going to play around with it and just See if I could put a few more curls in it just to see how it holds curls. Because, you know, some hair is funny. I'm inspired. Your process makes everything look pretty simple. I think I can do this. Hopefully my first install comes out good. Please let me know. Yo, I'm telling you, if you need to FaceTime me or like chat with me while you're doing your install, girl, please let me, please let me. I love that. I'm used to you using colored hair. I know, right? This is weird. Like it's what I always used to wear, but now it's strange seeing it. So let's see. Yeah, I know. I know. This is weird using dark hair. You and me both, girl. You and me both. So all right. So I think this is hot enough. Let's just take a little section off the front right here. All right, I'm about to curl it, girl. I'm about to curl it. I'm about to curl it. Okay. All right, let's see. Here it is, guys. Just take a little bit of this. Now, I love bombshell barrel curls. But I don't know how to do them. I'm looking for a very thick curl wand that will give me that bombshell look. So if you know of anything that I should be searching for, please let me know. But so far, this one, depending on how tightly I wrap the hair around it, gives me a super tight curl, or sometimes it gives me like a very wavy curl. All right, so okay, y'all see that? You hold on. You see it? Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. All right, this is looking like something. Okay, I think this is holding it pretty well. Now, usually, for people who are like, why is it so serious that she curls it to see how it curls? Sometimes when you purchase hair or you purchase a wig or something like that, you'll be really excited about it and it looks all good straight, like woo, and then you go to like put your flat iron to it to put a little wave or a little feather, or you put your curling iron in it and it's like not that, you know. It's a big letdown, especially after you spend money on something like this. So every girl who knows what that feels like definitely knows why I'm so excited to see it hold curls. All right, let's see. Let's try it one more time on this side. And literally, this is what a curl wand is, y'all. If you're not that good around a curling iron like me, then this is the product for you. And usually I just hold it for a few seconds. Now, depending on how tight you want the curl to be, that can determine how you hold the hair on the curling wand, how tightly around it you hold it, and how long you hold it. But just because I'm trying to test out the curlability, is that a word? Curlability. You know what I mean. All right, so it's giving me a little some. Y'all see that? I'm feeling it. You know what? I'm trying to fight the urge to curl the entire head because I haven't had straight hair in a really long time. Hold on, I'm thirsty. Let me drink my juice real quick. Hold on. You know, I'm a little thirsty. Gotta drink some apple juice. Yeah, it does actually. Usually after a while, like when you curl hair, it'll drop. But this one is kind of staying strong. And you notice I didn't even have to like hold it in my hand too much. You notice that? You know how sometimes when we have to like curl our hair, like we'll have to like hold it a little bit so it like holds the heat in the curl. But this one is actually pretty cool. So let's comb it out with our fingers and see how it looks. Ooh. It's still holding. All right. It's still holding. Okay. I like this. So sometimes if you want a little volume with your curl, what you can do is go through with this, whether you have a curling wand or a curling iron. And you saw what I did? I just held it up against the hairline. Now don't burn yourself. Don't do that. Don't be careful. But if you want a little bit of volume, you can just kind of put it up against it like this and just run it up. Boom. So instant volume right there. I don't know if you saw what I did, but whether you want to wear it straight or you want to wear it curly and you just want a little bump at the front, you can just take your curling wand or your flat iron, whatever heat tool that you have, and just kind of bump it up against it just to kind of create that over. All right, so y'all, I think I'm ready to take off my elastic band. Let's see what the final results here. Ooh la la. I don't know, y'all. I'm really feeling this one. I'm really, really feeling this. All right, so this is my straight side. The comb is going through it pretty well. And honestly, I'm okay with this amount of straightness. Like, I'm okay with this. I won't overheat it to death just to get it straight unless, like, it's been out and, like, too wavy for too long. So I'll just leave it like this. And then this is my partially curly side. Now, somebody said they wanted to see what it looks like with a side part. So this is what it looks like. And let me show you what all 20 inches look like. Y'all know I'm short. You know I'm a part of the Lollipop Guild. So this is how it looks, kind of long and flowy with the middle part. And then let's see if we can get a side part in here. Now, you know I like my little flip over action. You know I love me a good flip over. So let's see how it does when I try to flip it over to this side. Ooh. And the curls kind of look like a swoop. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Look. Oh, snap. All right. So now I do have to go through and, like, kind of clean this up a little bit because I don't like lines. But, oh, man. Oh, baby. All right. Yeah. Okay. I like it. See, from far away, you can't really see the line. I'm going to go through and, like, clean it up a little bit. But this is not how dramatic my side parts are. I don't want you thinking that, but let me see. So now this is a frontal, but the surface area is a 13 by 6. So it's a 13 by 13 inches by 6 area space. So it's 13 inches across the forehead, but it's 6 inches deep. And it is a 180% density. So if you guys are curious about this and you're interested in learning more about their quad pay installment plan, and you got this nice function coming up, or your birthday coming up because you a summer baby like me, this is the wig for you. If you're not trying to go too crazy, you kind of just want to walk in the room like, oh, this whole thing? If you want to give off those teas, yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm definitely feeling it. But yeah, man, this is something. Okay. I miss my blonde hair already. But you know what? I like this, girl. This is a good, like, default mode for me. Like, this is a good, like, home section. When I'm not trying to do too much, when I'm not trying to experiment or go out of my comfort zone, I feel like this is a good home base to have right here. So please let me know in the comment section what you think of this install. Did I miss any steps? Was there anything that you didn't catch? Was there something that you're confused about? Is there something that you want to try that I did and you want to know how I did it? Please do not hesitate to let me know in the comment section below. And once again, for all my people who are catching this on the record and not on the live, feel free to still check in with me and let me know where you're watching from, and go ahead and type in #replay. But of course, guys, I'm kind of cheesing really hard, so you probably think I'm really, like, good at this or I'm comfortable, but I promise you, I was terrified through this entire process. But you know what? It was pretty good. And you know why? Because I had you guys here with me and I had such a great time chatting with you guys. So let me give you a couple angles like I always do. Oh, this hair has a life of its own, y'all. This hairline is everything. This hairline is everything. But you know what? I do enjoy the middle part though. I ain't gonna lie. I do enjoy the middle part. I like the middle part and I like now with the middle part, I didn't pluck that part too much. I really did not overpluck it because I just wanted to see what it would be able to do on its own. Yeah, man, I like it. Now I might have to go back and flatten this part. I might have to go back and straighten this part because I do want to wear it straight for a few days and then get tired of wearing it straight. But man, yeah, okay. I'm glad I splurged on myself this time. Hashtag treat yourself. Hashtag treat yourself. So it holds curls. The lace is awesome. The density is cool. The lace is very flat, so I didn't have to do too much to kind of blend it into my skin complexion or, you know, go too crazy. I didn't have to add too much glue to it because it's laying pretty well. It's on there pretty well, as you can see. It's on there. It ain't going nowhere. My hair, it don't move. So let me stop. The tabs are pretty good. And they're sticking on pretty well. I don't have anything negative to say about this. But you know what? I'm going to keep wearing it, and if you guys want a review or a follow-up video of this particular wig, if you are eyeing this wig and you're thinking about buying it, but you want to make sure that it's worth the purchase and you want to see how it's going to look on you in a few weeks after wearing it, let me know and I can do a follow-up video for you guys. But yeah, y'all, this is it. Yeah, I like the middle part too. Hold on, let me go through here. The density. Nadula is my go-to. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Nadula is, they ain't never did me no wrong. They got me. And they got Quad Pay now. It's over. It's over, Jay. It's over. Thank you so much. Hello, hello. Let me know if you want more of these live tutorials, girl. Like, I'm still trying to get accustomed to it. But please definitely let me know if you guys want to see me add more of this. Thank you. That's a fact. Yeah, this middle part is everything, sweetie. Like this middle part is everything. So excuse me while I go put some music on and bring my ring light closer and put my lipstick back on and take a few more pictures because I'm really feeling this. I'm feeling this look, y'all. But once again, I am Simply T. You can just call me Tasha though. Just everybody just calls me Tasha. I promise. I'm getting used to people calling me T, but I asked them to. That's weird. But in the meantime, please, 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 if you want to follow me on any other of my platforms, I am on TikTok. I'm on YouTube, of course. Hopefully you're subscribed there and you've got that notification bell going. And of course, I am on Instagram where you can follow me over to right this moment because I'm about to share and rub it in their faces that they weren't here with us on here live. Okay. So please add me on any of my platforms. Let's stay connected. And if you enjoyed this live video, aka live real tea, and you want to see more live hair installs, hair reviews, girl chats, cocktail recipes, or anything like that, for apple juice. Apple juice. It's apple juice, daddy. It's apple juice, daddy. Please go ahead and let me know in the comment sections. Add me on Instagram, add me on Twitter, TikTok, whatever else, and let's just stay connected. Guys, Thank you so much for making this very first live experience a great time for me. Okay. So I'll definitely be back for sure. And I hope you'll meet me back too. All right. So in the meantime, have an amazing weekend. Have a great day and God bless.